Hello everyone, my name is Bygl and welcome back to another episode here from the Let's Play series. How are you guys doing? Hopefully you're having a wonderful day today, as always. Today we have quite a lot of things that I want to get through, starting off with a small area that we started a while ago. You guys might remember this. Get this tall grass out of my face! We have this horse area. This is located behind our mountain, which is almost visible from all the way back here. There it is, our custom mountain, and we last episode built this little road leading towards it. We even built another road leading like that over here, and yeah, we're gonna do a few things here, and I already done a few things already, which I have recorded, but the audio was busted, so here you have the finished product, I guess. This over here is a brand new stone pen, which is enveloping this entire area, so no horses can actually get out of here. And we're doing a couple changes towards the two metric systems that we have here, right? So we had a jumping place where we tested all of our horses' heights, how far up they can actually jump. We are moving that over here, and just a few stylistic changes here, so it looks a little bit more refined. It's basically the same thing, it just looks a little bit cooler, I find. So we can also definitely tear this down like so. Not going to be needing this anymore since we have the nicer version of it over there. And that is not the only thing. We had the runway over here where we tested the speed of our horses. Now I have moved that system over here. It's a little bit longer than the thing that we had before, and what I do need to do though is I need to change the walls with fences. I wanted the walls there for decoration, but I don't really work. They do mess up the horses quite a bit when they run through, so fences are gonna be the thing we will be going for still. And yeah, that looks relatively good, and it's gonna work the exact same way. You put in an item at the top, you start running from there, you run all the way through, and the end result is gonna be the metric by which we compare all the horses. There are a few issues with this system, however. First things first, it's a different length, and it takes a different amount of time to go through here than it did before, which means that for all the horses which I have been breeding up, and you can see I have been breeding up some friggin' horses here, we basically need to retest every single one of these when it comes to speed, which isn't too much of a hassle. I'm gonna do that very quickly here. I also have a donkey over here, so we can make some mules in the future if we wanna. The objective, honestly, instead of making the super fast horse, we could also make a super fast mule over here, which would be really fun and really cool. But hey, you can see the statistics here. The fastest horse currently is this guy over here. Currently with the speed of 62, the lower the number, the better the speed, but this is the new system. I haven't changed these guys from the last system still. And the longer the runway, the more precise you can be with your speed tests as well. So that's something that we gotta look out for. But yeah, this is our best fellow when it comes to speed right now. He's the worst jumper, sadly, but he goes pretty darn quick. I don't know how fast this truly is. I don't want to use any mod packs or anything of that sort, because I'm really trying to keep this series as vanilla as possible. But I mean, just with a single glance you can see that this is some pretty good speed. And this pen, I kinda tried combining some granite boulders with some moss, and kinda trying to make it look like an old site of sorts, like some kind of city was built here in the past, and this is the fortification of it, without the actual buildings on the inside. It's kind of repurposed at this point, right? There is a purpose to this, and that is that I want to have these horses free roaming all around here. The issue with that is that they kinda, like, I don't want to objectify them, but I do kinda look the same, a lot of them, so we're gonna have to rename them. And we're not gonna be able to use signs anymore to keep track of their stats. So what we're gonna do is once we rename them, we gotta put their stats into the book over here. So this is how we're gonna be doing it. We're gonna have a book with all of the horses. We're gonna have their number and if they are named or not. We're gonna name them right now, so this is all gonna be changed. And then we have the appearance with the colors and the pattern that they have. We have their origin, so where we found them and if they are wild or not, and stats, so health, speed, jump, all of the important stuff. And to rename them, we're gonna need name tags, which means we gotta do a little bit of trading. Something that I've been thinking about as of late is Villager trading hall. Now, I don't really like building villager trading halls. It's not my kind of cup of tea. But at this point, with all the new villager changes coming out, they're gonna be changing villagers a lot, and I really would love to have some old villagers on this world still, so maybe we grit our teeth and make a villager trading hall. Like, we can make it fun, I'm sure. We don't have to, you know, make something basic and old. We can try to create something cool, something unique, make it fun in the process for me, instead of just dealing with villagers. I think the issue, honestly, is that I don't know how to efficiently work with villagers. It's not that they are a bad thing in the game, it's just that I can't make them fun. So maybe we could try and challenge ourselves and change that in an episode or two. Alright, let's get this show underway. Some of these are references, so hopefully these do actually land with someone. But this here is Snowy. Then our speedy guy, this is this one. You're gonna be Lone Star. Jumper's gonna be Bip. There we go. You are going to be Kid. You are going to be Yorm. You, Donatello. This guy's gonna be Brom. This guy's gonna be Ranger. This guy's gonna be Mimo. And, well, truth be told, the rest of these horses kinda suck, so... Oh no, they disappeared. I don't know what happened to them. Oh, this is so sad, guys. Even the world is crying. Oh, I wonder where they are. I hope they're living happy lives. One of the things that I noticed when it comes to horse breeding is that you really need to have a good wild horse if you actually want to do this stuff, because breeding a good horse from like mediocre ones is really difficult, and it takes just hundreds of hours of selective breeding if you want to actually get the horse you want to get. Instead of doing that, maybe we could go out into the world to actually look out for some decent horses. But for the time being, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna retest every single one of these horses. Hopefully we will get relatively decent readings off of this new machine. Let's try it out here, first try. Okay, it activated, awesome. And yeah, I'm just gonna do this a couple times, probably like 10. I think we have 10 horses at this point, and then we can release them freely into the rain for them to wander around. This guy's speed is 70. La la la. La 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 la. Do 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 do. Speed up already! Oh my god! This is too much math for me. And we're done. That took a while. But we got all of the horses tested. Here are the stats. We've got 9 horses currently in the range plains, we're gonna be calling this place. With their appearance, origin, and stats all transcribed over here. Lone Star is our fastest and healthiest horse, actually. Both stats are the highest, even though the health one is still really low compared to the maximum. I think they can have like 28 hearts max or something like that, so, which is crazy. And we really don't have any good jumpers, and even though the speed one is relative to the machine that you tested the speed with, I'm gonna say that we have one of the fastest possible horses, honestly. They're so freaking quick, but you can see the stats. Here I'm gonna list through them in case you're wondering. I'm just gonna leave this somewhere around here, probably somewhere like this near the entrance, like so. I think that makes sense. And yeah, these guys are free to roam. And for the donkey that we have here, I'm also gonna give him a name. He's gonna be named Kunai, of course. Oh, there's a horse escaping. How did he figure that out already? No, who is this? Who's trying to be smart? Who are you? Are you Yorm? You're Donatello, of course you are. Get back in. How did you get out of this place? Oh. Well, duh. Moving on to another project for the day. The World Sorter. Oh, the World Sorter. What are we gonna do with this thing? It's an unending project, and we've barely even scratched the surface of what this is supposed to be. Also, there's a zombie stuck somewhere in here making annoying noises. I can hear ya. Ah, whatever. I'll clear him out later. Yeah, the World Sorter. So a few episodes back, this blew my mind. I just checked this, right? We have the World Sorter book, which I made to like see what kind of materials we need to create the expansion for the World Sorter, and I've been collecting a little bit over time, like maybe once a week I went mining and collected some redstone. The other week I crafted some chests. We've been doing this since December 2022. It's currently August. It's not even August, it's September 2023, and we still haven't gotten all the things. And most importantly, this is a very, very bad thing. We've got 0 out of 3 stacks of item frames, so we need to figure out how to get some leather, and quick, and in a large quantity. Oh no, this is not a good spot to be in. Oh, he's killing my cows without looting. How dare he? You know how they added iron and gold and copper veins? I think they should also add like quartz veins. I think that would be really cool to see something like that. Oh, he could have gotten up there. I didn't expect that. This actually gave me an idea. Like, these guys, they drop leather, right? They do. That's such a way better way to get stuff rather than, you know, trying to get it from cows. Maybe we should make a hoglin farm. But what do you do now, buddy? You're probably stranded there forever. Alright, it's all coming together. We finally have all the resources except a few small exceptions like some acacia wood, because I don't know how much of it I actually need. But yeah, we pretty much have all the important things rounded up here. All I need to do now is clear out the space for it, and then we can make it. Which is gonna be another couple hours, probably 5 hours-ish if I had to guess. So I'm gonna see you guys on the other side, and going forward, we're definitely gonna need to automate the collection of some of the resources, namely redstone and wood. Like, we made a wood farm in a few episodes back, and it's great. It's cool. I like it. It works, but it's not really fast enough, is it though? And leather. Oh boy, leather. That took like 3 hours getting that just back and forth. Collecting the cows, wasn't getting lucky with the leather drops. Yeah, hoglin farm inbound. So at least we know the direction forward. We know what we need to do if we want to complete this project. And now we just need to actually move towards it. Oh, that scared me a little bit. Apparently, we killed every single hostile monster in the game. The only one I was missing was Endermite, of all things, and I'm a pretty potent user of Ender Pearl, so that is something that I wasn't expecting to happen just then. Don't mind me, just scrolling through crawl spaces here. And the expansion of the project is complete. Oh boy. So my first prediction of 5 hours, right, was a little bit off. It, in the end, took around 8 or 9 hours to do this simple little expansion of 4 more rows to the system. But this is how it looks now. Look at the freaking size of this thing. I think we're starting to run into the possibility of the items despawning before they actually reach their final destination. But this is how it looks, this is how it feels to go through. I think it looks freaking phenomenal, and it's still not even close to being done. In fact, I still haven't even set up all of the item filters. So what I'm gonna do with these is I'm gonna try to put the new woods that I added over here, and then the majority of these items I'm gonna do like the convenience items. I mostly put like rock and stone and plants as the first part over there, and I kind of missed out on some important things that were clogging up the overflow then, such as monster drops. So stuff like that I'm gonna put in here, just convenience items that I can slap into the input that can flow through, so I can just dump my inventory every once in a while without having to worry about the overflow. So a few changes that I want to talk about to the system is the way items get transported through it. Before we had this big kind of weird just toboggan of a thingamajig that just spewed the items kind of in circles, tried to align them. It was really messy. So instead of going like this to the end and then going up and back around and then up and back around and then to the right and down and like this, it kind of snaked through. And now instead it does the very bottom layer first, like that, and then it goes to the second layer and then it goes to the third layer. I did that because it's gonna be way easier to set up whenever we expand it in the future. Whenever we do an expansion, it's gonna be super easy to change or just move this system rather than doing the elevators all over again. So this is how this over here looks. It's, you know, it's completely simple. It's just a single line instead of doing elevators every single time. And the elevators are over here, and I figured out how to compress them a little bit. And it's been like a year since I did them last time, so they are way smaller than before. Oh boy, that was close. Oh jeez, that could have been bad. But this change to the system also changed another thing, and that is this over here. This is where the new overflow output is gonna be. And we're gonna actually use advantage of this because the overflow I had before very quickly filled up with lots of junk that is still not in the system. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna build a new expansion for it over here. We're gonna try to make it a little bit bigger and a little bit better. Testing the new system a little bit. There appear to be items going in without too much of a hassle. Everything seems to be going a-okay. There's no water in the system. I forgot to put in water. Well, that's an issue. Okay, now now everything should be working. Oh, thank goodness we checked the redstone, because we've already lost so many items. But we have this big new overflow thing. No way I'm running out of space anytime soon with this, and these are all the items that I still need to put into the system, basically, so they can get sorted. I already set some of these filters. We are now sorting mangrove leaves, so I can take those out. Oh, there's all the items in the game. We are already sorting ores. I'm adding those into the system right now. The different gates, I should probably add those. Yeah, I have a lot of work still cut out for me. So I need to figure out how, where, and if I even want to put in some of these items in. And honestly, I don't know how this looks on video, but this is getting pretty freaking choppy on this one. All the hoppers checking for items, all the item frames rendering in. It's pretty rough on the system, but I think it shouldn't be too bad. Like, if I'm here, I could always just lower my render distance to like 12. Yeah, and that makes this whole thing way less horrible, although the outside is starting to look a little bit weird already from here. Look at this place. Without all the shulker boxes, it actually looks reasonably okay, I would say. There is one more thing we're gonna do within the storage system of the world sorter, and we just need to fly over the hill here to pick up an item from our sheep farm. It is... which one is it? It is... I should be able to recognize colors. Oh, it's the corner one, the hidden one. There we go, this is what we need. So it's starting to get pretty darn difficult to get to the item that I very quickly need to pick up from the system here, right? Just walking like this is kind of bad, and, you know, flying like this is not the most optimal way to get around, as it does consume rockets. And one of the solutions to this is getting a speed beacon, which would speed up moving through here quite substantially. That's a difficult word to say. But another thing that does stack with the beacon is a little bit of soil running through the middle of the whole thing. So I'm gonna try to put it in here. We're gonna first just see how it looks without any decoration, so just a single line like this. Well, look at that. It's so much more fun to move around here using soil. I think that is a good call here. As far as it looks, yeah, that's not the most optimal thing. That's why I want to try this carpet. I think that could look pretty cool. We're using cyan for the glass, and also there's a little bit of like blue accent with the water, so I'm hoping cyan is the right color for this, and it does feel like it could fit in relatively well. Alright, I think that was the right choice. I think that fits in relatively well. Just as a demonstration, this is just a speed 1 potion. We're still gonna drink it just to feel how it could possibly be. And this is how it's gonna feel once we have a speed beacon, which I think is pretty freaking good enough. I don't think we need too much more speed. Although I do have a plan on how to make traveling through the tunnel, especially if you don't want to pick up any items, if you just want to go to the very end of it. I think I have a solution for that as well. Once we make this thing big enough, that is. But that is gonna be the end of today's episode. I don't know if it feels like we did enough or if we did just a little bit, because it's probably one of the most work-heavy episodes we've had here in a while. Also, I built these 2 new trees here, just a small addition to the compendium project. I thought I'd mention that. I am also very slowly in my own time adding a few pillagers here, kind of breaking their crossbows and trying to make them, as part of our world. So let's ring this, it should reveal them. There's one over there, and the other one, maybe they wandered off into the far, far distance. Oh no, there they are. They're still in the compendium. Awesome. I think they're inside. Yeah, they're hiding here. Hello, Antonia. And the best thing about today's episode is we finally have access to all of these shulkers, which are now empty and reusable, because they were just clogged up by items that I needed to sort, and now they're sorted. So yeah, that's the best thing. But that's gonna be it for today's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a wonderful rest of the day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye!